Can rejection actually be protection or even redirection? I want to share a story in this video about a time I was rejected from a job when I really needed a job. For those of you who have been following me, and thank you by the way for following me, you may know that during the Great Recession, I found myself unemployed and living with my parents. It was a low period in my life. The stock market was crashing. Companies were engaging in mass layoffs. The unemployment rate hit 10%. And I wondered, will I ever find a job again? I was sending out resumes. I was networking with gusto. Nothing was happening until I heard from this biotech company in the Midwest where I was living at the time at my parents' house. I was thrilled. I couldn't believe it. Finally, I had an interview. So the day of, I got ready. I wore a hot pink blazer with matching pink lipstick. I had pink nail polish on. And I also at the time had very blonde hair. And you may be thinking, well, Colleen, did you consider the fact you were going for a job interview versus auditioning for the Barbie movie? This is fair. I don't know what I was thinking. Why did I wear so much pink? I didn't think much of it. So I arrived at this biotech company in the Midwest and I didn't get the memo. Everyone at the company was wearing black or gray. It was a very serious environment and I show up in all my pink glory with my blonde hair like, hello, I'm ready. I thought the interviews went fairly well. I connected with each person I met with. I liked the hiring manager and I couldn't wait. I thought, finally, I will receive a job after months and months of effort. Fast forward a week later, I'm standing in the parking lot of a laundromat. You're probably wondering, well, what were you doing in this parking lot? It was the only place I could get reception at the time. I was in this small town in Wisconsin and I didn't want to miss the call from the hiring manager. She was going to share the news and I was praying, like, please, please, universe, can I have a steady paycheck? Can I move out of my parents' house? Hiring manager calls and she said, Colleen, it came down to you and a current contractor on the team. We decided to move forward with the contractor. And I found myself disappointed, but I was ready. I wanted to hear objective feedback as to why this biotech company was not moving forward with me. Instead, the hiring manager said, Colleen, from one female to another, I wanted to recommend that you tone down your look, potentially wear less makeup. I could not believe, I was shocked that this hiring manager, a fellow HR professional like me, was commenting on my appearance as she was rejecting me. And for those of you who may have heard a fellow HR professional who shared her recent story on TikTok about being rejected because she wasn't wearing any makeup and the recruiter said, you should put forth more effort into your appearance. You were interviewing for a VP role. This whole situation may make you wonder, what do you do as a female? Do you wear makeup, not wear makeup? And what I'm gonna say, I'm not making a commentary on how you should look for interviews, what you should put on your face, what you should not put on your face. I think the reason I wanted to share my story is because this rejection felt very personal to me. And it took a toll. After I got off the phone with the hiring manager, I thought, will I ever secure a job again? And I was hurt hearing that my appearance may have been a factor, but what I didn't realize at the time is that this rejection actually was a tremendous blessing in my life. I was not only protected, I was redirected. And let me explain what I mean. If I had received an offer at this biotech company, I would have felt like I was attending a funeral on a daily basis because I may have felt pressure to conform, wear black or gray, be very serious and somber. And I wonder if this hiring manager's feedback not only had to do with like wearing too much pink, being too vibrant, but I wonder if it also was kind of feedback overall on my passion or the fact that I'm expressive and dynamic. Maybe that wasn't acceptable in this more traditional top-down culture where people were very buttoned up. What I didn't know at the time of the rejection is that 6 months later, I would find myself at a company that had a motto, come as you are, do what you love. Can anyone guess below what company I'm referring to? It's Microsoft. I joined Microsoft. I'm walking around the headquarters of Redmond, Washington, and I was shocked. I saw employees wearing kilts. I saw blue hair, purple hair. I saw heels, tennies, makeup, no makeup, hair done, ponytails. Anything for the most part went. And I am so grateful that I did not end up at a company where I may have felt very restricted in not only what I wore, but how I showed up at work. So I was protected. Then second, I was redirected. If I had received an offer at the biotech company, I would have had to remain in the Midwest where I didn't want to be. My heart was longing to be out west. And thanks to the offer from Microsoft, I was able to move to Seattle, where I really wanted to be at the time. And then finally, what I realized is authenticity is one of my core values. I want to work in an environment where I'm celebrated for who I am versus being criticized. And so again, I found a company culture where I could come as I was and do what I love. The reason this story is important to share, and honestly, I wasn't sure if I wanted to share it because I think there was some concern, right? I mean, it's a very personal rejection. I felt hurt. I just couldn't believe that this happened to me. But because I heard this other female share her story on TikTok, I felt compelled to also share my story and spin it in a way that really highlighted the positives that can come out of rejection. Because at the time, we can be devastated and we may think, well, this is it. This rejection is defining us. Like, we have a very bleak view of our lives when we don't know what is in store for us. We don't know that there can even be a brighter future that lies ahead. So if you have been rejected, think about, am I being protected? Am I being redirected? I want to thank you all for taking time to watch this video. I would love to hear of your experiences below of being rejected. If you need support, you would like guidance in how to navigate a rejection and move forward in life, get unstuck, feel free to reach out. I offer both career and leadership coaching. You can find a link below to my website. If my content has resonated with you, if you feel like it's helped you in any way, please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of a positive community of people who are eager to transform the way they live, lead, and work. Until next time, thanks everyone.